来一个房间1天算的。
Hi everyone, I'm Casa. Welcome back to my channel. After a long, chaotic week of mom duties, today, our family is finally treating ourselves to a little weekend escape. I'm getting myself ready as fast as I can, pulling this high-energy little one into her going-out clothes. Because today, we are heading to a beautiful homestay run by a close friend of ours for the weekend. And the most exciting part, they actually got a real pizza oven, making authentic Western pizza from scratch in a traditional Chinese town. I can't wait for this magical mashup. Let's go. The weather these past 2 days has been absolutely perfect. Just the right temperature with a gentle breeze. Our little town is completely covered in lush greenery, surrounded by the most healing shades of green. Perhaps because the sunshine is just so pleasant right now. I've noticed a lot more tourists traveling from the cities to spend their vacations here. Seeing the streets gently come alive with this slow-paced energy. It feels like all my exhaustion from the week has just melted away. My friend is making the pizza for us right now. This one is a classic tomato and bacon. I know. It might not look as authentic or fancy as the ones in your country. But being able to have freshly baked pizza in a traditional Chinese small town, I am completely satisfied. Honestly, as a Chinese person, I absolutely love pizza. Just listen to that crunch. Fresh out of the oven, the air is completely filled with the rich aroma of baked bacon and tomato sauce. Honestly, doesn't this beautifully rustic, crispy crust look way better than you expected? I absolutely cannot wait to take the first bite.
儿子帮我切披萨，这是榴莲。
哎，你别看这面发过了，很难包松的了。
面发过了效果做起来就难做了，它们黏。
难做，它味道
味道不影响，但是我操作起来就难度加大了。
Trigger warning for this next flavor. It might shock some of my Western friends. We are spreading a thick layer of mashed durian right onto the crust.
感觉怎么样？我这个跟这个有区别吧？有一点区别啊。
I know durian is the king of fruits, but to many of you, the smell can be absolutely terrifying.
我们群里发那个。
But trust me, here in China, durian pizza is an absolute bestseller, baked with cheese. It's incredibly sweet and creamy. To everyone watching, would you dare to take a bite?
这面粉一长时间一长，自己拿好不好？自己拿好不好？拿好啊。来，很痛，我拿到这个冰箱里，这样。身体好，严格的讲，它属于高危病重人员。哎，他是什么病来着？他这个他自己的，就内体的。
Let me give you a quick tour of this homestay. In China, we call this kind of accommodation minsu. They are usually local village houses or rural homesteads that have been rented out and beautifully renovated. It's completely different from a standardized commercial hotel. To us, staying in a minsu represents a desire for slow living and escaping the city hustle. For example, they usually provide a simple, cozy kitchen like the one we just used, where guests can make light meals and just feel completely at home. As for the price, it ranges widely, but interestingly, some incredibly well designed. Unique homestays here can actually be much more expensive than luxury 5-star hotels. Let me show you this room. It's incredibly clean, minimalist, and has absolutely everything you need for a comfortable stay. You will never guess the price. A night here only costs around 180 to 200 RMB. Converted, that's only about 25 to 28 US dollars a night. Isn't that insane? But that's not all. Push the door open. And right inside the sunroom, they've set up a traditional tea table and an automatic mahjong machine. Brewing a pot of hot tea, playing a few rounds of mahjong with friends, or just zoning out in the sun. This is the ultimate, authentic Chinese slow life. Stepping down to the garden on the first floor, we found the owner's private tea room. In China, almost every thoughtful homestay will have a dedicated space, just like this, for brewing tea and chatting with friends. Looking at these familiar pour tea cakes and delicate porcelain tea sets on the shelf, it honestly makes me feel right at home, just like being in my own tea shop. Tea culture is deeply rooted in our daily lives, carrying a profound and charming Eastern elegance. For us, brewing tea isn't just about quenching our thirst. It's a beautiful way to slow down and truly connect with one another. Before I knew it, the sky has completely darkened, and this little town has shed its daytime bustle, becoming incredibly peaceful. Thank you so much for spending this magical weekend with me. I'll see you in the next one. Good night.